Hi, boys and girls. Today we're learning about the turtles that live in the pond. And this story is called The Foolish Tortoise. A tortoise is a turtle that lives on the land. The other turtles live in the water. So let's read about the foolish tortoise. It's written by Richard Buckley and Eric Carle. The foolish tortoise. Look at that silly turtle. A tortoise was tired of being slow. He was impatient to get up and go. He took off his large and heavy shell and left it lying where it fell. "Hooray!" he cried. "Wow, I've been free. I'll see the world at double speed." Now he can go fast because he doesn't have that heavy shell on his back anymore. Though he was faster, he was not express, and his protection was far less. So when he heard a hornet's drone, the tortoise had to hide underneath of a stone. He doesn't want that hornet to get him. A hornet is like a bee or a wasp. A hungry bird came swooping past. He looked so fierce and flew so fast. The tortoise hid behind the tree and felt quite weak behind the knees. So now without his shell, the bird was scaring the tortoise. He doesn't have his shell to protect him. "Oh no, I don't feel safe. There's too much risk. If only I could be more brisk." He headed for the riverbed. A fish swam up and the tortoise fled. He's got to get away from that fish before the fish tries to eat him. Along the way, our hero went and almost had an accident. A snake with open jaws slid near. The tortoise backed away in fear. A hare, a hound, a horse raced by. So rapidly they seemed to fly. The tortoise gasped and sat goggle-eyed. "I'll never be that quick," he sighed. He wandered on. The sun rose high. "I wish I had more shade," he said. A sudden thunderstorm swept in and soaked the tortoise to his skin. He really needs his shell. The wind rose up, and soon the breeze was bending branches in the trees. The tortoise shivered. "Now I'm cold. I wish I hadn't been so bold." He needs his shell to keep him warm. "I think I've lost the urge to roam. I think it's time that I went home. Without my shell, I don't feel right." So when his shell came into sight, what do you think he's going to do? Get back in his shell? He climbed back into his shell and said, "Good night." He's very safe in his shell. That silly tortoise, he should have known better. Thank you for listening to my story.